I'm perplexed that we are 4 hours, na-cover nyo lahat. Tandaan, libo-libo yan.
For the agricultural sector po, kinover po yun by chapter po, and then any party who wants to give any position po.
So you essentially read it with no protest from anyone because nobody was
Magtataas po
present.
ng kamay po, kung sino man po yung meron gusto magbigay.
Pero ang tanging nagtaas lamang ng kamay si Dr. Ordonez.
For the
Kami kailangan magsasaka.
meron po mga nagbigay ng position, pero yung iba po ay mga private sector. And then,
confirm ng Senado, hindi na nakumbida. Lahat rin ng mga sektor, hindi rin nakumbida. O kita mo, lahat na, allows. Walang daw silang lahat.
We submitted po a letter and we have a copy po.
Saan ba nadaan niya? Pwede bang itanong sa NEDA, can you clarify the procedure of this consultative process? Kasi hindi na umbita yung Senado. Mas lalong hindi sila na-imbita kung kami nga. Hindi
Hindi po ang different committees ng Senado.
Yes po, can we just clarify the procedure of this said consultative process with NEDA? Paano ba yung sistema? Ang nag-host ba nito at nagkukumbida yung tariff o yung NEDA?
Madam Chair, yung Tariff Commission po ang nag-iimbita para sa public hearing. Meron po dapat natanggap po namin.
Sino ba secretariat niyan? Ang NEDA o Tariff Commission?
Ang Tariff Commission po ang ng mga hearing, nagko-conduct po ng hearing.
Tama ba ang pagkaintindi ko ng transcript na per chapter, tulad ng sinabi ni Commissioner Paderon, binabasa. Tapos, kapag may concern ka, magtataas ka ng kamay. But there were no proposed new changes. Is that correct? That's the understanding that I derived from having read this very quickly. The existing tariff lines were read out at the meeting at which no new changes were proposed. Tuloy-tuloy lang ang basa. At wala naman nagtataas ng kamay, edi tapos, approve na. Tama ba yung pagkaintindi ko ng transcript na binigay ninyo?
Hindi po. Yung pong public hearing is a consultation process na kung saan po yung...
No, but in the transcript itself, there's nobody else speaking.
Kasi po,
There's just a readout of the same old chapter without any changes.
Ang changes po will be coming from the parties kung meron po silang position kung tungkol sa tariff kung
in the meantime, you proceed with the reading of the existing tariff lines.
We proceeded po line by line and then fina-flash po sa screen ano po yung specific heading and the tariffs.
Precisely.
And then the government or private sector po will state whatever their position on the specific tariff line po. So yung nagbigay ng position, sila lang po yung nasa transcript. But during the before and after the presentation, we remind all the parties invited that they can submit, that they are supposed to submit their official position paper po.
Of course, we're familiar with the nature of public hearings.
Opo. And then we also posted the summary of the position of the parties para iba rin po pwede mag-react in the website of the
Okay, naintindihan natin yan. So, pare-pareho tayo, pagkaintindi natin, babasahin, kung may angal o may suggestion, magtataas ng kamay, kung nakalimutan, pwede naman mag-submit later on. Okay, sa pagbasa ng transcript na yan, was there any new tariff rate for rice proposed or discussed? Wala po akong makita. Sa buong transcript, walang umangal, walang nagsabi, ibagsak sa 15% ang taripa. Wala akong makita sa buong transcript, binalibaliktad ko. Saan po nang galing yan kung sinasabi ninyo na manggagaling yan sa magtataas ng kamay at magsasuggest ng palibagong taripa? Wala naman sa transcript. Saan nang galing yan?
Your Honor, after we specifically have the public hearing on March 20, but it covers the entire chapters, no? But for the March 20, it's only for the agriculture. But we want to take note that even after the public hearing on March 20, the Tariff Commission also conducted 2 public hearings for the same product on September 15 and on September.
Yes, I'd like to finish this lang po. Let's do away with March 10 muna, di ba? Tsaka na tayo doon sa September. Tapusin muna natin yung transcript ng March 10. Sa March 10, sa March 20, walang nagbanggit tungkol sa 15% pagbagsak ng taripa. Tama? Wala talaga. The transcript only contains 6 pages of discussions about rice tariffs, the single speaker being Dr. Ordonez. Tama po? Okay. So, did you consider on September 15 consultative meeting regarding the petition of the Foundation for Economic Freedom of former Secretary Montemayor to reduce the tariff from 35 to 10% in the formula of EO 62, modifying the nomenclature and rates of import duties on various products? Nalilito ako bakit bigla-bigla? September 15, may sumulpot na bago. Wala naman diniscuss sa March 20. Biglang dumating na lang. And the petitioner stated, our petition, I believe, is up to 6 months. Then we hope the world markets normalize. We can return to the previous tariff regime. So, clearly, the petitioners were not asking to decrease. So, saan galing yung 15% na pagbagsak? Hindi lumabas sa March. Opposite ang sinabi, ang kabaliktaran ang sinabi nung September. Saan galing yung 15%? Anong klaseng consultative to? Biglang sumulpot na lang yung 15% reduction.
Let me explain po, Madam Senator. So,
I think
after po ng...
it's not an explanation that's required at this juncture. I think what's important is for you to cite that part of the transcript where the 15% was recommended or proposed by one of the stakeholders. Can you identify that portion of the transcript where the said 15% reduction was proposed?
There's none in the transcript, Madam, because
Thank you very much. So neither in the March 20 transcript nor in the September 15 transcript was there a recommendation, proposal, suggestion of a 15% decrease in rice tariffs. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am po. Because the two other public hearings are actually different from the first one, which is March 20. But I do
In
not
what way
think
are they
that
different, Commissioner Paderon? This was in relation to the 24 chapters of agricultural tariff lines. Certainly, rice is at the core of all our agricultural concerns.
let me specify po. On the March 20 CRMFN, or the Comprehensive Review of the Tariffs, which was conducted on March 20, it covers the entire chapters 1 to 24 of the agri sector. But on September 15 po, that is basically the petition of the Foundation for Economic Freedom to reduce the tariff from 35 to 10, and that is basically only covering the rice. But on the October 23 public hearing
Yes.
po,
Can
it
the
covers po the tariff rate
before we go to
rice.
October, tapusin po natin yung September, no? Kasi tungkol sa FFF yan, hindi po ba?
Opo.
And then, ang sabi nila,
FEF po.
up to 6 months, ang sabi ng FEF, hindi ba? Can the Tariff Commission rightly use consultative meetings not related to the primary agenda as justification for modifying the nomenclature and the rates of import duty on products? Is this proper procedure?
Ma'am, because
Eh, di ba may agenda yan? May primary agenda, we stick to that. Pare-pareho naman tayo. Dito rin sa Senado, we are confined to our agenda. Bakit nagkaroon ng consultative meeting? It's not related to the primary agenda, and now this becomes the justification for a drastic reduction in tariff.
Hindi po, ma'am. So yung petition po kasi ng Foundation for Economic Freedom was submitted to the Commission, and the mandate of the Tariff Commission is to conduct a public hearing and do its investigation and submit its report. So we actually submitted our report to the Committee on Tariff-Related Matters for the particular FEF
But
petition.
is it correct that this was not in your primary agenda?
What do you mean po ng primary agenda, ma'am? Kasi nasa mandate po namin mag-conduct ng public hearing, ma'am. So, every time there's a petition, whether from private or government po, we're obliged po to conduct a public hearing.
Well, of course, you're supposed to conduct a public hearing, but wala dito yung reduction of tariff from 35 to 10%. Let's proceed to the October 23 hearing, which you mentioned, consultative meeting for the extension of EO 10 2022. Tama po ba na yun yung agenda?